Hey guys, what's going on? This is a story of one of the most anticipated and, in my opinion, a game that will be remembered as one of the most iconic and best games to have ever been released for an entire generation of players. This is the story of Super Mario 3.
Mario! Mario!
He's back. All you had to do was ask. Super Mario Bros. 3 from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power.
But to truly understand how Super Mario Bros. 3 gained its popularity, we have to look at Nintendo and Mario's creator Shigeru Miyamoto, and go back to 1985 when Super Mario Bros. Was released in Japan for the Famicom. And by 1986, Mario was a huge success with more than 3 million copies sold. Now, due to the success of the game, the Famicom system sold over 6.5 million units by 1986. Because of the large success of Super Mario Bros., there was never a question of whether a Super Mario Bros. 2 would be made, and that's exactly what happened by June 3rd of 1986 in Japan. And wouldn't be released in the US until October of 1988.
Super Mario is back. He's blasting through worlds where no one has ever been. He's taking on enemies no one else dares. This time Mario plots up power wherever he goes, so he's bigger and badder than ever before. You've never seen creatures like these. You've never had an adventure like this. It's everything you've dreamed of and worlds more. It's Super Mario 2, only from Nintendo. Now you're playing with...
But it wasn't the same version that was released in Japan. At least not the same version that we're used to playing. And that's because Nintendo of America's product analysis manager, Howard Phillips, had rejected the Japanese version of Super Mario Bros. 2 for a few reasons. One being the fact that Super Mario Bros. 2 looked exactly the same as Super Mario Bros. And the other reason being that he felt the game was way too difficult. But not all hope was lost for Mario fans in the US, and Nintendo took a different title with better graphics than Super Mario Bros. And made it into a Mario game. What game, you ask? Well, it was a game called Yumi Kojo Doki Doki Panic. And by swapping out the characters from the original ones and turning them into Mario and Friends, Nintendo was able to release it as Super Mario Bros. 2 in Europe and in the US. And well, the rest is history. Super Mario Bros. 2 became one of the favorites, especially during the holiday season in 1988. Okay, but let's talk about what we came here for, and that is none other than Super Mario Bros. 3.
Aiyo, Yuki, 奮い立て。僕らはマリオと強くなる。テクニカルファンタジーゲームスーパーマリオブラザーズ3。
The best game ever to be released for Nintendo, at least in my opinion. Okay, so Nintendo released Super Mario Bros. 3 in Japan in October of 1988 for the Famicom system. The completion of Super Mario Bros. 3 took over 2 years. Nintendo had decided that Super Mario Bros. 3 had to be better in every way from its predecessors, with better visuals and challenges. Mario would get a makeover, and the game would have distinct worlds that had not been seen in the first 2 installments, with one of the biggest and most entertaining changes being the world map that told you where you are and where you're going, with new power-ups and secrets that would completely change the way you play. While we still got to see the iconic power-ups such as the mushroom, the fire flower, new ones were added such as the super leaf, that turned Mario into a raccoon with a tail and ears that allowed him to fly for a short amount of time. And let's not forget the frog suit that allowed Mario to swim faster, the Hammer Bro suit that let you throw hammers at your enemies, and the Tanuki suit that gave Mario the power to turn into a statue for momentarily invisibility. Now, in the version of Super Mario Bros. 3 that hit the US market, Nintendo felt that they had to change the names of some of the enemies. Some of those enemies were the Koopalings, and Nintendo gave them mostly names based on famous rock stars, such as Ludwig von Koopa was named after Ludwig von Beethoven, Wendy O. Koopa was named after Wendy O. Williams, Iggy Koopa was named after Iggy Pop, Best Speckled Roy Koopa was named after Roy Orbison, Lemmy Koopa was named after Lemmy from Motorhead. Now, Morton Koopa Jr. was not named after a rock star, but after a talk show host, Morton Downey Jr. And as far as Larry Koopa, well, the name was picked just because he looked like a Larry Koopa to Nintendo. Throughout the game, you will find stations that would allow you the opportunity to win power-ups, and at the completion of each level, you got a card with either the Magic Mushroom, the Fire Flower, or the Superstar. And by collecting any combination of the three, it would give Mario a 1-up. But if you got 3 mushrooms, you won a 2-up. 3 Fire Flowers would give you a 3-up, and 3 stars gave you a 5-up. Super Mario Bros. 3 was such a technologically advancement compared to Super Mario Bros. That Super Mario Bros. 3 was made up of 3 megabits, compared to Super Mario Bros. That was made up of 256 kilobits, making Super Mario Bros. 3 12 times larger. That's quite a bit larger. After the release in Japan, Super Mario Bros. 3 would go on to sell 3,840,000 units in Japan alone, ranking it the second best-selling family computer game of all time. Famitsu Magazine gave the game a Platinum Award with a score of 35 out of 40, and Family Computer Magazine gave the game a score of 26 and 2/3 points out of 30. Now, in 1991, Family Computer Magazine ranked all the Family Computer cartridges and listed Super Mario Bros. 3 as having the second best characters, the 4th highest difficulty, and the 3rd best game control, and was ranked 3rd best overall. Now, in 1989, Nintendo of America executed a plan on the release of Super Mario Bros. 3 and released the game in 1990, and by that time, the awareness of the game and the anticipation was at an all-time high, and the demand for the game would be the highest ever. The first mention of Super Mario Bros. 3 was mentioned in Nintendo Power Issue 4 in 1989. And the second mention of Super Mario Bros. 3 would come in May of 1989, just with a teaser telling readers that Mario could fly. The first images from Nintendo to the US consumer came in November of 1989, as well as in a preview in a movie called The Wizard, which had Super Mario Bros. 3 at the front lines. Super Mario Bros. 3, after a long wait, would finally hit American consumers in February of 1990, and the game quickly sold out. In the spring of 1990, just like in the movie The Wizard, Nintendo had a nationwide tour. The Nintendo World Championships, hitting 30 cities in the US, and ended with a grand tournament to crown a Nintendo champion at Universal Studios California. With Super Mario Bros. 3 as a favorite, it drew the longest lines out of any game there. Now, the success of the game brought about a ton of merchandise, from clothing, stickers, figures, and well, anything that could possibly be made.
Makes us lunch! What's in McDonald's Happy Meal? One of 4 Nintendo Super Mario Bros. 3 toys. A Mario toy that just...
Let's not forget the Saturday morning cartoon show, The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3. That started in September of 1990 and focused on the events and characters of Super Mario Bros. 3. It's no surprise that Super Mario Bros. 3 became the best-selling game in 1990 in the US. In all, there were over 17 million copies of Super Mario Bros. 3 sold in all. Even after so many years have gone by since the release of Super Mario Bros. 3, its legacy lives on as a game that will forever continue to be played and entertain players from different generations. The popularity of Super Mario Bros. 3 can be seen as it continues to be released on consoles such as in 2007 on the Wii system, as well as in 2013 and 2014 for the 3DS and the Wii U consoles. And let's not forget the addition of Super Mario Bros. 3 on November 11, 2016 for the release of the NES Classic Edition. And well, it's also available in the Nintendo Switch, which is no surprise. I can tell you that anytime I see, hear, or play Super Mario Bros. 3, it brings me back to my childhood and all the fun memories of playing the game for the first time and the amazing feeling I felt at the start of each new level. This will be forever my favorite game, and a game that I will share with my kids to be able to see that look on their faces of excitement, nervousness, happiness, and frustration, and everything else that comes with the game. And I'll be happy to see the happiness Super Mario Bros. 3 brings to all the generations to come. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks.